Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. What do you think this is? Oh, of course it's an orange of a kind, and here are some great leaves of that. And it's a wonderful healing agent. This is, and you can see some of them are green, a little bit on the outside end. This is actually a bitter orange, and the bitter orange has wonderful properties. If you have problems sleeping at night, you have insomnia, just taking two or three of these leaves, and steeping it in hot water for 5 to 10 minutes and drinking that before you go to bed. Wow, you'll be sleeping like a baby, there's no doubt about it. I remember one time we were taking my mother-in-law to church, and one morning, it was Easter I think, and I want to try this bitter orange leaf and see what it's like. I've heard so much about it, so I made some tea and I drank it. And we went to church, and I was sitting there and I was nodding off like this. It was like, whoa, it is powerful. There's no doubt about it. And it's not something you want to use every day, but if you have a problem sleeping and you got to get up and do something the next day and you need your rest, I highly recommend it. For some people, actually taking and juicing these can make you sleepy also. My wife, it does nothing for her at all. But for me, boom, I'm out. There's no doubt about it. So it just depends on who you are. Also, it's great for anxiety. If you have a lot of anxiety going on, this allows you to relax and let go of all that tension and feel at peace again. And it is very, very powerful, as I said. This is something that grows all over the world, from Asia to Africa, as another half of this is, and Europe, everywhere. It has a compound which is similar to ephedra in it, but it's not ephedra, and there have been a lot of studies done by botanical groups showing that it is very safe. I don't recommend the compounds that they use in diet pills. This is supposed to help you with weight loss, but actually it'll help a little bit, but it's best to eat less, exercise more. There's no doubt about that. And it will increase your metabolism a little bit, and it makes you sleepy. You'll probably eat less, there's no doubt about it, if you're sleepy. I find it more of a great relaxing agent. I don't recommend concentrated pills like that, because we're getting away from the natural, and the natural what it's all about. And here in Puerto Rico, they actually take the inner rind, that white piece here, and make that into a candy, which is naranja, which is actually wonderful. One of the few candies that I really like a lot. I try not to eat it, but it is kind of a bitter orange sweetness together. It's very, very good. Or a lot of orange flavor to it. In other places like Mexico, they take it and take and dry it and salt it and put chilies with it and eat it that way. It's eaten all over the world. In Africa, they use actually this juice to rub on their skin for inflammation, for antibiotic purposes, for ulcers and skin scrapes. It's antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal also. And so it has a lot of capabilities. And just chomping down on this a little bit, I won't eat this because I don't want to fall asleep. But I would if it was in the evening, but it's morning right now. So yeah, just that little bit would make me sleepy. And it does a great job, a wonderful job, in fact, of making you relaxed. And like I said, just taking some of these leaves and putting them into some hot water, a cup of hot water, steeping it for 5 to 10 minutes, and boom. And this is one of these botanical things you might want to grow in your yard. There's a small tree on the average, and it can be one, you know, if you're not sleeping one night, you can make a cup of bitter orange tea. And it's also, I think, one of the underused foods that we have available to us that a lot of people don't think of anything as important, but for a lot of people you can juice them and you can cook with them, and like I said, they're used all over the world. And I highly recommend that you don't stay away from bitter orange and diet pills and things like that. It's not a good thing to use concentrated products. On the average, just like they're finding with turmeric, you know what I mean? Oh, we have this concentrated form and the quercetin and all that kind of thing, and then they come back and said, well, the actual, for Alzheimer's and different things, the whole turmeric is better. I believe that what we have is a bunch of different compounds that work in consort together in anything that is natural, and that's the way they're supposed to work. And not just one thing. That's what they do with pharmaceuticals. They take one chemical and make it, you know, mega. And I don't think that's good. We have multiple compounds that work together to help a person heal and have a better life. It's a great thing to have one of these trees in your yard, and you can plant one and have your own soothing, relaxing way of dealing with your insomnia and anxiety. And also it's really good for GI distress. If you have spasms going on in your GI tract, you know, it's been used in Chinese medicine for thousands of years and for all kinds of GI distress, and it works really great for that. It just calms everything down just like the rest of your body. And I know that the flowers can be boiled and made into a tea, and that's also soothing and relaxing. So basically the whole plant itself is a relaxing agent. And this is not something that you use every night. I wouldn't recommend that. But when on the occasional time that you can't sleep and you get up and you go outside, pick off, you know, 2 or 3 leaves and put it in some hot water, boom, you're going to be sleeping and enjoying the day the next day. Yeah, it doesn't seem to make you groggy or anything. So it's a wonderful treat. And especially you have a goodness of something that you can eat, and you have something that has medicinal qualities also. So here is to good old bitter orange, and I highly recommend it. And if you have some growing, usually they're underused. People just have them rotting on the ground most of the time. And the tree itself, the wood, is very hard and makes a wonderful furniture, and they also use them to make baseball bats. That wood is really hard. So here's to your good health. I love you.